Okay, for the Refuah Shlema of Adina Chaya Bat Aviva and Binyamin Rafal Ben Manager Shulamit, B'toch Shach Cholei Amo Yisrael, Yosef Yaakov Ben Rachel, Yosef Ben Yiran, B'toch Shach Cholei Amo Yisrael, V'chein Yiratzon Ben Mar Amen. So we're doing another piece on Kedushat HaMachshava in the Sefer Ayin Hanachal by Rabbi Elisha Gavriel Newman, Shlita, HaMachshava B'yad Adam, in Parak Aleph, the second piece. Hamachshava b'yad adam, the thoughts of man, it's within the grasp of man. To lahatota kiratzono, to tilt it to the way he wants to. L'makom shehu rotze, to the place that he would like to take it to. And this is, we're doing straight Likutei Moharan right now. To the place that he wants. Rabbeinu is telling us that you can take your thoughts to where you want to direct it to. That's first and foremost we have to understand when it comes to Kedushat HaMachshava. This is brought down in other places. That it's impossible to have two thoughts at the very same time. They say about Reb Chaim Ozer. Reb Chaim Ozer is a tzaddik that he was able to write two teshuvot with two different hands. With each hand he was writing one answer for another question in Torah. At the same time he was answering someone. It was a very scary scene. Imagine if you saw that. So Reb Shmuel Brazil, when he was giving us a shir, Shlita, he was saying that what's pshat with Reb Chaim Oz doing all these things at the same time? People are like, wow, he's doing all these things at the same time. It's like, there's no such thing of doing it at that same time. We know the klal is, because the Torah tells you cannot have two machshavot at the same time. So he says it must be that he was switching quickly. The power of his switching was so quick. He would switch from one thing to another. It'd be like continuing writing this, answering the guy and writing the other answer, and like it would look as if it's happening mamash at the same time. But the klal is that two thoughts cannot exist at the very, very same time. Machshava, a real machshava. Even though sometimes one's thoughts drifts off, it flutters away, and then suddenly it flutters, it falls into things that are far and forbidden. It is within the hands of a person to grasp them. And to bring them back, and to bring it with force, by force, without choice, el haderech hayashar, to the proper path. Lachshov ma she'ra'ui, to think what is proper, to come back to the path of thinking what's proper. V'hu mamish kemo sus, like it's like that example mamish of a horse. Shepona min haderech. V'sar l'derech acher, that he drifts off the path. He goes off the path all of a sudden. He's trying to go on another path. What do we do? Shetofsin oto ba'afsar v'kayot. You grab him by the strains, by the shackles, by the reins. V'kayot. Umachzirin oto ba'al korcho el haderech yosher. And we pull it back against its will to the proper path. So I don't know about you, but I used to go horseback riding, like even as a kid. One time I went. There was this horse I got on. From the second I got on, I had a feeling, something's up with this guy. He's a little jumpy, This guy's like, he's a loose cannon a little bit. And so all of a sudden, we're passing by. We're getting ready to go for our trot or gallop, whatever it was, going out of the stable area. And then all of a sudden I'm going, and I thought to myself while I'm on the horse, I'm like, we're passing the stables, right? There's hay down there, right? What if the horse decides to just dive for the hay, right? But here's the problem, that particular stable that we passed by had a very, very extremely low entranceway. So the horse could have gotten to the hay, but the only problem is I would have gotten, hit by the roof or whatever. You know what I mean? So as I'm having this thought, I'm like, it's not gonna happen, it's gonna happen, it's gonna happen, it's not gonna happen. All of a sudden, out of all the horses, my horse that I'm sitting on decides to do a dip, like bam, like kamikaze going into the hay. So that all of a sudden I like grab the roof, right? I'm like holding the roof and I'm like I'm trying to pull the horse away from the hay, and the horse is like, it's like moving his head towards the hay. And then the guy in the front, the leader of the pack, the head, he like all of a sudden he pulls his like, I don't know, he had a stallion or what he had, he pulls it up, all of a sudden the horse just like totally lifted and turned around at a 180. He came back and he grabbed my reins and he just like pulled it off. He's like, let's go. And the horse that I was on was like, okay, he's like, listen, he's shaping him up. Pulled him back to the path. Like, what are you doing? What are you, nuts? Thank God I'm alive, so I can say the story. I was like, his mom just like went into the roof. His mom, but we have the power to bring it back to the path. Kedusha l'machshava is the same thing. Mamish, Rabbeinu is saying. Kemo chen b'machshava mamish. The Rabbi uses the word mamish. Shecholim letafsa bal karcha. You can grab the thoughts by force. Pull it. La shiva l'derech haroi. Bring it back to the proper path. Now, so he brings from Lekutei Eitzot a different nusach, also this language. Shetekev kisheroa shehu toem in a derech. That when a person sees, as soon as he sees right away that he's going off the path, tzorech letafsa bal karcha. He has to grab it, his thoughts, against its will. La shiva l'derech haroi. To bring it back to its proper path. This is not just like interesting knowledge to know. It's sheyacholin. The Rabbeinu's lashon is that you're able to do it, right? Rak hakavana shezeh mashit tzarech. It wasn't that something that's it's like you have no. I'm sorry. It's not that he said sheyacholin, that you have the ability. He said what's tzarech that's needed to do. It's not an idea. We can sit and discuss an idea from now to tomorrow. Yeah, man's ability. He can grab his thoughts and put it on the right path. That's that's nice, beautiful. That's not that. The Yavanim could also speak about that. But the difference is we're learning it that this is what Rabbeinu is commanding us to do. This is what needed for every Ish Yisraeli to do, as we're faced with challenges every single day. A person has to grab his thoughts, guided in the right direction. Bezrat Hashem may be a year. Bezrat Hashem of Kedusha Machshava. Bezrat Hashem we see Mashiach Tzidkenu. Amen.